everyone, this is Jackie Hayes speaking, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Perth, WA, and I've got a card today that I can't, normally I have my husband's approval for it, but this today I can't because it's his birthday card next week, and I've done a pop out one. The challenge was this week to have a letter, and have done a happy birthday on a cake with candles on it. It hasn't got as many as I wanted on it. It's 72, so it's just have to have a few. The stamps, the die that I've used is an old one, and you get Hip Hip Hooray, and it's called Pop Up Thinlet Dies, and that comes with a happy birthday. I've used this one quite a lot, but as a demonstrator I can't demonstrate this to people in my classes, so it's one that I don't get rid of any of my stuff because my grandchildren use it all. The second one I'm doing is rectangle stitched shapes, and that's these. And if you haven't got these, that one goes with it. These are an absolute gem to have, because you can do so much with them. They actually come double-sided, so that when you cut them out, the piece that you've cut out is actually stitched as well. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Yeah, just it's stitched there, and it's stitched all the way round on the card. Can you see that? Yeah. And I've used Very Vanilla for one size for the top bit, and I've used Mint Macaron for the bottom piece, the bigger piece. That's that piece there. For the backing, it's called Country Club Designer paper, and the stamp set is Clubhouse, which I think's absolutely brilliant because I've got four people in my family that do play golf, so this was a must for me. And it comes as a bundle with golf club dies, and I've got that one that fits in there as well. As you can see, there's quite a few dies with it, and the stamp set's got 8 stamps in it, and they are rubber, not polymer. I'll start off first with the happy birthday, and I'm going to cut that out in the middle. Move things out of my way so I can work on it. The card I'm using is Shaded Spruce, and that is a A5 scored at 10.5, and the middle piece is not just one piece, it's 2, because that's going to sit in the center there, and it's going to be cut out with the Big Shot so it pops out, and that size is 10 by 14.5. So that's the first thing. I'm using Shaded Spruce ink and Memento black, and for the colouring in the t-shirt only, I've got the Shaded Spruce dark and light blends. Now I'll cut this one out first. Bring the Big Shot in, and excuse me if the video wobbles a little bit. I've got on here, because it is a die that needs to be popped out, I've got a precision plate, and that sits on top of my my platform. I'm going to just line this up. I think that's about right. Not quite, it's moved. Keeps moving. Put the plate on. I'll roll it back again to make sure I've got it all off. If you're not quite sure that it will come out clean, just turn it over, and then if you're not sure, this one has, if you're not sure about it, then you can always pop it back under without actually moving your dies. I'll just stand up and move that out of the way. And I have got a brush that I want to just brush it over with. And this little brush pops everything out, and as you can see, everything's come clean. To sit down so I can see what I'm doing, and that's come out clean as well. So I'll pop that over there, out of the way. I'll just get rid of these little tiny bits because I don't want those. And right, got some little marks on there, but they will come off. And when you fold this up, it will fold neatly into the middle. Just help it along, because there is a score line there, and just fold that so that it's straight. Yep, that's it. And that one, I'm now going to do the middle part. Before I put this into my my outer card, I'm going to use the Stamparatus, and I'm going to stamp my saying on it, and it's from the Clubhouse stamp set, and it's "Hope the next year is full of green fairways, blue skies and short putts." And the way my husband plays golf, he definitely needs that. He loves golf, but he's not the best player in the world, unfortunately. He'd like to be. And I've done it in spruce, shaded spruce, and I'm just tapping it lightly because it's very inky, this one. I don't want it to be too full on, and that's just worked out perfect. Got that one. Right, I'll just move that out of the way because I don't want that to be marking anything, and I'll clean my ink, my stamp off. And this is this chamois, and all you do with that is wipe it over and And then when it gets too dirty, which the stains won't come out of this, but it is clean, and you just wash it under cold water tap. So I'll move this Stamparatus out of the way, and I'll move that. Always when you're using the Stamparatus, make sure you've got something that's level so that you can pass that over. I always use this stamp case that the stamp set comes in, because that is level. If you bend it back too much, all these little lugs will come off, and when you want to take this off, you pull it straight up. You don't pull it backwards to pull it off, because it will break all these, and that's no good. The Stamparatus also comes with another plate that you can put over the top there, and this is one of them things that I wouldn't be without. It is absolutely brilliant. Going to now put this piece in this middle card, and all I've done is I do have some glue somewhere there. Put some glue on this edge. No, I didn't want it on that edge. I'll scrub that one off, so it's a good job I did it in that. I want it on this outer edge and this outer edge. Even I can make mistakes. And that outer edge. Don't want it, that's not sticky now, so it's alright. I'm going to just put this in, line it up with the centre of the card and press it over, making sure I've got it right way round, which I have, because today there's no telling. And want to just glue this one on this side. Do the same on there and press that down as well. And that's the centre of the card done. And now the back piece is designer paper, and I have cut this one to size, and this is 6 centimetres by 14, and just I'll stick that one on first. I've not stuck it right to the end. I wanted just a fraction showing below and above, and then this bit on this side so you can see the shaded spruce. Now with the next piece is I'm going to stamp, well I've actually stamped this bit, and I don't know if you can see that. I've stamped this man on the designer paper that I'm using, because I'm going to use his trousers, and fetch the big shot back in again. Just tip my chair over. Told you I'm not doing very well today. And I've got the man out of the die set for this, and could place that on round it. I might just take that piece off and put the other plate on. And right, that's better. I'm only going to use the trousers because I'm going to colour in his t-shirt by buy the pens, blend pens. So there you see is cut out, and what I will do then is just cut off his trousers. It's a bit mean. And you could also use the shirt, but I don't want to use the shirt, I just want to use the trousers. So move this out of the way again. And first of all, before I stick the trousers on, I need to then stamp him on this very vanilla, which is 6.5 by 10, and the mint macaron is 7.5 by 11. So there's just a bit rounding. And because I'm going to use the blends, I'm using the Memento ink, and that way then the blends don't run. Sorry. Pop them. Make sure it's stamped really well. And he is brilliant. I'll clean that off as well while I'm going. Right. The trouser bit, he just sits on there. I don't want all the bottom bit, I don't. Yeah, I will use that bottom bit. I'll just stick his trousers on now, and with the Tombow glue. Perfect. And then with the blends, I've started with the dark shaded spruce. And where there's little bits of shading, all I've done is just put some bits of lines in, and I'm using the brush part of the blends. I don't want the bullet part. The bullet is alright if you're doing really intricate dyes, blending, which I'm not doing too badly with this one. I don't want it too precise. Right. When you're doing the shading in with the lighter colour now, you squirrel round and round so every bit blends in. Sorry. You do get the shading because you've already put the dark pieces on as well, but it comes out with the shading really, really well. If you go round it, you've got no lines on it. And swirl around that bit. Just colour him in and colour that bit in because that's a part of his shirt. And that is all I'm going to do on that. You can see how it's blended in with the dark pieces, with the dark stripes. This one I'm going to stick onto the mint macaron, and I'll use the Tombow glue again. But I'm not going to stick that on with the Tombow glue. I'm going to use the dimensionals this time for this one. I want to raise it up so that it's a bit more prominent. It gives it that little bit of a dimension to your card as well if you raise them up. And with my Take Your Pick tool, if you just press it in and twist it a little bit, you'll find that these come off quite easily. Got that one off. Sorry, I'll have to have a drink. I've got a tickle in my throat. Right. So that's going to stick up there near the top. I've just got a little bit of the edging come off there for some reason. I must have run it through, but I can sort that out. That's not a problem. It won't matter because it's going to be hidden by this piece. And this is just a piece of scrap. And I've got You're the Greatest Guy by Par, and I've got the smallest die out of the stitched rectangles, so I'm going to colour that in shaded spruce. Perfect. Clean that off again. If you clean your stamps as you're going, it's a lot easier. You keep them tidy that way, rather than leaving them to dry. Move the ink again. And I'm just going to get the big shots in again. And unfortunately the big shot is going out, but there is a new cutting machine coming into the new catalogue, which starts on the 3rd of June, which is Wednesday. And hopefully I can get one and start using that. Just cut it, just needs it teased off a little bit. That over there so I don't lose that. And move that so I can work on my card again. Yeah. And put some dimensionals on the back of this. Oh dear. Because these are going to be overlapping, I put 4 on. Even though it's a small piece. And match that up. So there's my finished card, and I hope he likes it. as I said, he normally gives me his approval when I'm doing a card, but this time I couldn't do it and show him. I didn't want him to know what I was doing. And he doesn't peek. He trusts me. So, but the catalogue that is coming out, if any, I'll just get one so I can show you. I should have had it close by. Unfortunately, I can't show you inside at the moment, but this is the outside of the catalogue, and for me to sell these, they're $5 each. But as you see, there's loads of cards already made up, and that's the back bit with cards already made up. It has a lot of cards and projects already made up for you in this book, and there's 192 pages. So for $5, it is really worth you buying one of these. Even if you don't buy the products, just buy the book just for looking through, really, because the cards that they make and put in these books are really, really good. If you would like a catalogue, you can email me at jackiesan50@gmail.com, or you can even go onto my blog, which is http://jackiesancards.stampinup.net, or you can even phone me on 0422 547 461. At the moment, if you want to join Stampin' Up, they are having a special thing going on, and you get, for $169, you get $235 of products free that of your choice, but also you can get a stamp set with a die bundle. So if you chose this one, for instance, the Clubhouse, that would then come as a bundle, so that you would get both those as a special promotion. If you would like to join my team, you can join me on my blog, which I've already told you that it's jackiesancards@stampinup.net, or you can email me and I can join you, or you can even come to the house and I will join you up. But when it's a special deal for $169, it's a good time to start being a demonstrator. You don't have to do cards, you don't have to do videos. You can just be a hobby demonstrator and buy for yourself, or if you want to sell stuff to your friends, that's fine as well. If you want to become a demonstrator and you think you would like to buy things, you can get 20% off everything up until August, I think it is. Yeah, June, July, August, end of August. So you get 20% off of that, everything that you buy. And then if you want to move up a little bit and you think you're going to be a good demonstrator, which probably you are, then you can get 25% off everything that you buy, which it's a big saving, because the things in the catalogue do work out quite expensive, but then they're not too bad when you become a demonstrator. I don't push anybody to be a demonstrator, but once we've got out of this self-isolation and we start my cards back, if you want to come to my card classes, I do card classes as well, but I put them on my blog when we were actually starting. All right, so enjoy the rest of the day. Hope you enjoy this video, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.